Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to take you through my work day, and I'm actually going to a meeting in Albany, and my curling iron is a piece of shit, but you guys always ask me how I go about curling my hair, and right now it's a little bit, I do the best I can with my arm, so it's not as good as I normally do, but you guys always ask, so here it is. I do a really quick job using this Hot Shot Tools curling iron. It's a 1 1/4 inch barrel. I don't do any crazy, I don't do anything very professional because I just can't be bothered to. So you probably should separate your hair in sections. I don't. I just grab pieces of hair and I curl it and hope that it turns out good. So I truly just grab a piece of hair and I curl away from my hair as best I can with my arm right now. I leave a little bit of room on the bottom of the hair and I pull it in pretty close to my head and I hold it there for a minute and try to keep it there for a little bit so that it forms kind of a tighter curl, just because my hair doesn't curl well. That's what you get. And then I'm just gonna go through it and do the rest of my hair. So it's probably as good as I'm gonna get. My hair, it hasn't been washed in a few days because it's a little challenging right now, but a little texturizing Orbi spray and we're good. I've got my work outfit on. I'm going to a meeting that's kind of like informal, so I just do like a little business casual look. I've got some dark blue jeans on from Express, little Michael Kors shoes. This is just one of those gold, it's a yellow button-down shirt because button-downs, they're the only thing that's easy for me right now. So button-down shirt, little necklace for my box of style, and I'm good to go. Just gotta slap on a quick makeup and heading out the door, traveling to Albany. Can't remember if I already said that because I haven't had caffeine yet, which is very important. We're gonna grab that too. No good lighting in here, so I apologize, but I'm heading into my meeting. Always running late, of course. But I just have to share with you, I gave the lady at the toll booth on the thruway a 20, and part of my change she handed me back was a freaking $5 roll of dimes. And I didn't notice it because she put it in my hand with the cash on top of it, and then she ran to the other side of the toll booth to help the other people. And I was like, a roll of dimes? And she just didn't even pay attention to me. And I needed to go, so that roll of dimes is going to the thruway on the way home. I'm pissed. I feel like she was like, silly little girl took my roll of dimes. You didn't get me? You're getting your roll of dimes back, lady. It's coming to you. But for right now, I'm heading into my Food Nutrition Guidance Group meeting here in Albany at the Capital District Psych Center. I wanted to address a question that I get asked all the time, and I feel like there isn't a simple answer to it. Question being, what do you do for a living, Kara? Are you a dietitian? Do you work in a hospital? Do you just do YouTube? So many people ask me this, and I feel like I just always assume people know what I do, but what I do is so unique, and I think a lot of people don't necessarily wouldn't understand. The quick answer to that is my day job, my Monday through Friday job is my position is called the business officer. So I'm the department head for the business office, or discipline head, and I oversee all purchasing for the facility that I work at. It's a state psychiatric center. We are on a budget since we're a state facility. Albany, our capital, has several people that are part of the Office of Mental Health, and the governor dictate our budget and our spending every year. So in a quick answer, I'm essentially the person responsible to oversee our facility spending, ensuring that we're following state fiscal guidelines and proper procurement for purchasing, utilizing contracts as OGS, the Office of General Services, making sure that we're utilizing the proper contracts and following proper guidelines for spending and all that kind of stuff. That might sound really boring and like, I thought you were a dietitian, why do you do that? So here's my timeline on kind of how things worked out for me. So I graduated college a registered dietitian back in 2007. I got my master's degree in nutrition science, and then I started working
afterwards at Hutchings Psychiatric Center as a registered dietitian, working as a clinical dietitian, primarily with our more medically frail geriatric population as well as just an adult population. So I did that at Hutchings for about 5 years. It was about 5 years, and then my boss, who her title was the Nutrition Services Administrator, she was leaving to take another position. And the way the state of New York works, it's kind of confusing. It's civil service requirements, so you have to take certain exams to be on lists, to be eligible for advancement opportunities. So I did take the NSA list, that's the Nutrition Services Administrator. I took that position in 2012, and I was in that role for 4 years, 5 years. So I oversaw all of nutrition services, I oversaw the clinical dietitians, I oversaw the food service staff, the kitchen, etc. And it was a position that I had mixed feelings about because I loved the clinical aspect, I loved the kitchen aspect, the management aspect, but there were so many like HR type situations as a supervisor that I felt like it was bogging me down. So around August of 2016, actually, I lied. I was in that position 4 years. August of 2016, a position became open in our business office. Now, why would the head of nutrition services move to the business office? Why does that make sense? Well, it makes sense in the aspect that as the head of nutrition, I was very detail oriented. In our position, we're very focused on budget, staying within budget. We always focused on proper procurement in terms of utilizing vendors we were contracted with, making sure that we were always, utilizing our resources the best. And, as a dietitian, you're just very detail oriented. So, in the world of civil service, it's actually a natural transition for the Nutrition Services Administrator to move into the business office. So I know that sounds like a weird promotion. And even at the facility, people were confused. They were like, were you demoted? Did they make you move? No, I was promoted and I gladly took that position. And what's cool about the position that I'm in now is while I'm a business officer, I directly supervise the current Nutrition Services Administrator, who's a registered dietitian. So I'm still very involved in the department and what she does over there, and it kind of gives me that relationship still with nutrition and what the dietitians are doing at the hospital. I still have a lot to do with it, so it's nice, but a lot of people are confused that I'm not a dietitian at the hospital, and that is correct. I technically do not practice dietetics at the hospital, so that is my day job Monday through Friday. And then in the outside world, I do my own online business. I have Corey Fit Life, as you guys know. I do offer coaching. I take a limited number of individuals for lifestyle coaching. I do some bodybuilding prep as well. I work with mainly women, but I have worked with men as well. And I can only take a certain amount of clients, obviously, because I do have my day job, my full-time position. I've worked for New York State for 12 and a half years now. So I do the coaching in addition to that. And then I also do YouTube, which you guys know is an additional revenue. So that's also, I don't really look at YouTube as a job or social media as a job. I don't consider myself an influencer as a job. It's just something that I've done for a long time now. It feels part of my life and is more fun for me. This is more fun and more of a passion, and it's also another avenue for me to utilize my dietitian knowledge, because for me, education is something I've always loved doing. Like at the hospital when I was working as a dietitian, we would do nutrition groups with the patients. I did them on inpatient and outpatient, and it was my favorite thing to do ever, because I just love being able to take basic information of nutrition and kind of help people, kind of feed it to people in a way that's tangible, in a way that's simplified and easy to use, and help give folks small steps to make a healthier lifestyle be part of their life. That's really what it comes down to. So that's something that I'll always be passionate about. That'll always be my number one. I've always kind of had a business savvy side of me. I actually minored in business in high school. I minored in business and art. And I remember senior year of high school, because I had taken so many business classes, you know how they give, like, at least in our high school, they gave out awards. And I ended up getting like a $500 scholarship for like business student of the year or something, because I did so many classes and I did a really good job in them. So it's kind of funny that I did mesh that at such a young age into my passion with dietetics. But yeah, being a dietitian will always be my number one. It's something that will always be my priority. And I'm currently doing a little bit of like feelers out in the community to kind of be more involved, and I'm kind of like merging some stuff together to maybe do a little bit more community-based outreach, being a dietitian. So yeah, that was a really long explanation. I'm sorry that was very, very long, but it's a question I get asked and I feel like there's not a simple answer to it, or people are confused by it, or they're like, huh, that's interesting, you're a business officer, I don't understand. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of insight. I do clearly have a passion for the psychiatric population. I feel very loyal to working for the Office of Mental Health in the facility that I work at. So if, you know, for me, I do have a loyalty there. It's weird. I don't know if people can relate to that, but, you know, even when I don't feel like so passionate every single day about my job, there's a loyalty that I have. The fact that I've been there 12 and a half years. And, you know, I really do feel like I put a lot into all areas of my life that I do work for, you know? So it's hard to balance sometimes, but I absolutely love what I do as a whole. And sometimes I find myself questioning if what I'm currently doing is like quote unquote good enough, because it's unlike anything else I've seen anyone else do. There's no one on social media kind of doing all and wearing all these hats that I wear. And I'll question myself, like, well, am I a good enough dietitian that I'm not, you know, full-time doing my business? Or am I not good enough? I don't know. It's hard to not compare to other people, right? So I just try to remind myself that what I do, while a lot of people maybe can't relate to my jobs, plural, I know a lot of people can't relate, but, you know, I am very unique, and I think it's kind of cool that I do a little bit of everything, and sometimes it makes it hard to balance it all. So I do my best to prioritize. I do my best to, you know, not commit myself to too many clients, because that's not fair to the client. They all deserve proper attention for what they've paid for. So kind of make sure I've kind of found my flow with balancing it all, and it'll be cool to see where this career path takes me. I know so many people want to have it all figured out in their 20s, and I can just say that it doesn't always work like that, you guys. Like, I'm 35 years old and I'm still figuring it out, and I still have goals, and I still, you know, see potentially changes occurring in my career the older I get. And it's nice to be at a point where I see value in all the different areas of what I do. I see value in myself and have that confidence that I know I can maybe do more in the future. So that's my little chitty chat update. I just wanted to kind of update you guys on that. Hopefully you found it interesting. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Skip ahead. But I also wanted to say I get so many questions about being a dietitian in my experience. So if you guys want me to do just kind of like a sit down chat on specifically on my dietitian career path and how it came about and the different positions I worked and the experience I've gained, because I've worked in so many different areas. I've gained so much experience, and it's my number one thing to talk about. I love talking about it. So now, before I leave Albany, I'm gonna head to Whole Foods, because we don't have a Whole Foods in Syracuse. I do find them relatively expensive, but I always do like to check out what they have, and since it's fall, I want to see if they have any fun seasonal stuff, so I'm gonna hit them up, and then I'll share with you guys my grocery haul when I get home. Real quick, before I run into Whole Foods, I guess the point I want to drive home, and I'm not sure that I made that clear as I quickly ended that little ramble, is that there's no like perfect career path. And I know you can look at social media and feel like, look at them, they're an entrepreneur, they're doing the damn thing, you know, they're taking risks, and I think that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to say there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing too, and there's nothing wrong with what you are doing. I think right now it just looks really sexy to be an entrepreneur and be grinding 24/7 and never take a vacation. But every career path is a good career path. It's what makes you happy, I guess, is the point I want to drive home. Because for so long I was feeling conflicted that I don't do the typical dietitian job. Like, I feel like I don't fit in anywhere. I don't fit in with the dietitians. I don't fit in with the state of New York. I don't fit in with YouTube. Like, I'm just so unique. And instead of being like, why am I not like everyone else? I'm commending myself for like, shit, yeah, you're not like anyone else. You are unique and you have something valuable to offer that's different than everyone else. And I want each and every one of you guys to believe that about yourself too, instead of questioning yourself or comparing yourself. And it's not always easy to do, but I guess, you know, in my long spiel of where I'm at in my life and with my career, that's kind of the point that I want to drive home with you guys. Whether you're new into your career or maybe you're closer to retirement, like it doesn't matter. We're all at a different stage of our life, but I think it's an important message for all of us to remember. With that said, I'm thirsty as shit. I'm about to go into this beauty that is Whole Foods Market and grab hopefully some goods, hopefully not spend my whole paycheck, and we'll show you what I got. Made it back home safe and sound from Albany, you guys. Feeling a little haggard, if you will, after traveling. Something about traveling, you just automatically feel gross afterwards. But I wanted to share with you my Whole Foods haul. I almost said Trader Joe's. This is my Whole Foods haul. I'll be honest, they are not like the most basic of the season. I think Trader Joe's beats them out. If you're basic like myself with wanting all things pumpkin, Trader Joe's is your better bet. Nonetheless, I tried to find like a few different things that I couldn't find in my grocery store, and then just a couple staples we'll share with you now. So one of the things that I almost always love getting, and I don't know, it's almost a joke too, because my sister and I got like in their chopped up section when you first walk in, their prepared foods, which are always hella expensive no matter where you go. For some reason, Whole Foods like does it right, and my sister and I used to always get like what we called the fruit boat, even though it's just a bowl, but I did a veggie boat this time, and it is like seriously like 3 pounds of vegetables in here. I exaggerate. It's 2 pounds, but it's $6.95. I feel like that's a reasonable price for someone that's already washed and cut up my vegetables to have 2 pounds of fresh veggies here. I'm not mad at it. It's all relative to you and your budget, but this is something I look forward to, either the cut up veggies or the fruits when I go to Whole Foods. It just makes it like simple for me to grab and go, to either throw in a salad or crunch on by itself, because I'm all about time and convenience. I did also grab just a thing of some 50-50 blend of baby spinach and spring mix to have for salads. Been trying to like work in a salad every day or so. Grabbed a couple of purple sweet potatoes, which are relatively hard to find in this area. And I like that they're like kind of tinier, easy portions to cut up and throw in the air fryer. Grab those. I wish I wrote it down because I don't know what these are called now, but these are some type of mango. And Jason and I have been into trying different types of fruits, different mangoes. So I thought, why the heck not? They looked fun and different. They matched my shirt.
Honey mango?
No, it's not honey mango. It starts with an A. And it's not, this says Argo on it, but that wasn't the name of it. It was like something I can't remember, which is why I should have taken a photo. I don't know. Apparently there's a lot of different varieties of mango out there. So we'll try these out, see how they are. Did grab some organic strawberries, nothing different, but a Kabocha Squash, because I haven't seen them show up yet in my local grocery store, even though it is the season. They'll be there soon. But this is one of my favorites. This man is massive though. I probably should have gotten a smaller one because this is probably like 4 pounds worth of squash, but I'll have this. I love it because it's like a drier taste to it, and I do eat the skin on it. So digestion wise, if you have any issues there, you may want to start with a smaller portion because it is kind of a lot to break down, but I love it. It's so super tasty. So we got those. I grabbed, these are my favorite brand of English muffins. They're the Vermont Bread Company. Obsessed. They didn't have the whole wheat ones, so I grabbed these spelt ones. I don't know what it is. Something about the size. They're amazing. Ingredients are great. 1.5 fat, 22 carb 2 fiber, and 5 grams of protein. So these are great for just like breakfast sandwiches or, you know, a little jam on them. I grabbed some Ithaca Hummus. This is my favorite brand of hummus, I would say, and this is the fresh lemon beet. So that'll be delicious with my raw veggies. Sorry, Jay, I know these make you fart, but I grabbed some organic red seedless grapes. Something about red seedless grapes sound so delicious and satisfying to me, so I grabbed those. Little trick, maybe you're not supposed to do this, but do you ever notice how when you go to buy grapes, the entire freaking bag is just like, they're like overflowing with grapes, and there you have it, like a $20 bag of grapes you'll never eat before it goes bad? Yeah, I don't mess around with that. I pull those grapes out and I stuff them in another bag. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that, but that's what I did because this already is like a few pounds of grapes. That's all I need. I bought this last year and I absolutely love it. It's the vanilla maple flavor, flax and chia seed. So this is a great combo. Love, love, love this on top of yogurt. Hands down favorite. You could sprinkle it on other stuff. I mostly just use it on yogurt, but you could do it in smoothies, oatmeal, whatever you want. But love it in yogurt. It just gives it such a sweet, tasty flavor. The consistency is good, and you get some good health benefits there too. Next up, I haven't seen these yet in Syracuse either. I have bought this brand though. They make the crackers, I bought in the pretzels. Now they make tortilla chips, the cauliflower based, whatever they're called, food from the ground up. This is the sea salt variety. Macros aren't bad. Give you a close up on those. So one serving, 6 fat, 19 carbs, and 1 gram of protein. I'm gonna make nachos with these. I'm gonna see how it goes. I do like nachos on occasion, so I grabbed those to try out with a little bit of low moisture part skim mozzarella, and then some organic lower sodium refried beans. And then I have salsa in the fridge. I didn't need to buy that, but we're gonna try that out for a little plate of nachos. Beans, the magical fruit. This was different, and I don't know if I'm gonna this is ground chicken. Maybe it's not different to you, but you can't find ground chicken around here that's truly just the breast meat. And this is just the boob meat here. So it's 2 fat and 24 grams of protein. And it's just chicken breast, already ground up. God, ground meat looks freaking disgusting. But I was thinking we could either try it out this week for chicken burgers in the air fryer, or maybe I would cook it up in crumbles and use it on top of nachos. I don't know yet, haven't decided. So there was a time that we got a housewarming gift that was a meat grinder, and Jason would grind chicken breasts through it, and we would make these freshly homemade chicken burgers. And they were so delicious. They were just juicy and tasty, and who would have known a chicken burger could be so delicious? Not sure if this will be as good, but we'll try it out. So that's that. And then in terms of all things pumpkin, I was a little underwhelmed with it. They did have an ice cream sandwich that if you're near a Whole Foods, that might be worth a try. I just wasn't sure if it was gonna survive the trip home and if I really needed it. I instead went for these. I wanted to stick with one pumpkin sweet, and I went with these way overpriced Choco Love Bites in pumpkin spice. So it's a combination of dark chocolate, and then I'm guessing instead of a peanut butter cup filling, it's a pumpkin spice filling, which sounds kind of fun. And sometimes I just need one little piece of chocolate to get me through, which is why I usually like having dark chocolate on hand. So the serving size on this is 3 of these for 9 fat and 15 carbs. You know, we'll give them a try, see if they're any good. Got that. Just grab some pumpkin pie spice for the seasoning to add on top of coffee or to put in oatmeal, yogurt. This is my favorite. I grabbed this last year. 10 out of 10 recommend. The pumpkin spice whipped topping. Loved whipped cream. Haven't been using it as much lately, but pumpkin whipped cream, that's gonna go good on everything. Maybe a little nighttime Nespresso decaf with a little pumpkin spice whipped topping. A little pumpkin pie spice. Sounds good, sounds good. And then I grabbed this. This is the pumpkin spice latte cold brew coffee, the Cauliflower Farms. Is it Cauliflower Farms, or did I just I turned it into a farm? Apparently it's just called Cauliflower. Who knew? but this one's made with almond milk. It is dairy free. They had a few different varieties of like similar style pumpkin spice lattes. They had a Starbucks one, they had another one. This one to me seemed to have the best macros. So for an 8-ounce cup, it's 3 fat, 12 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein. The other ones were like double that in terms of carbs and the amount of sugar in there. So I thought that was like a happy medium to have like one little glass of pumpkin spice latte, or maybe I'll combine that with my MTS Nutrition pumpkin pie whey and really go wild and make a big delicious shake. So that's it. That's everything that I got, right? Oh, other than I always buy soap when I go to Whole Foods, and I grabbed a pumpkin soap. I grabbed the pumpkin soap, and I need to wash my hands because it's sticky. I think the mangoes are ready. They're sticky and they're ready. So that's gonna conclude my little Whole Foods haul. And Jason and I are gonna go walk the dog before it gets dark early, because that's the unfortunate part about fall. Love it so much, but unfortunately it gets darker so much earlier. So we're gonna take him for a walk and get some exercise, because I've been sitting my ass all day. I never vlog in my bathroom because my ass is too short and I don't have great lighting in here, but I just took a shower, washed my hair, felt good. When I do wash my hair, wash it at night, let it air dry, because I can't be bothered with blow drying my hair. But I just thought I'd share what I've been doing for nighttime skin routine, not sponsored. Just been washing my face with like a gentle cleanser, like a CeraVe type cleanser, because I've been feeling like less is more on my skin in terms of like inflammation. And then after that, I've been using kind of the best combination for me has been this Claudelli. It is an overnight detox oil. I got this when I did one of my facials, and what's in there? I don't know. You can apply 6 drops at nighttime, either alone or with your moisturizer. Or they also told me too, like if I feel like I'm starting to get a pimple, to just do a little drop on that, and it just kind of helps detoxify your skin quicker. So this combination with this guy, which I'm almost out of, this is the Origins Mega Mushroom Skin Relief Smoothing Face Cream. I've been moisturizing with that at night, and I just feel like it does help soothe my skin and like calm the redness a bit. A little bit pricey, but definitely worth it. I'm definitely gonna get another thing of that, so I've really been enjoying that. And that's been it. Sometimes I do throw on a Retin-A antibiotic combo for my skin as well, depending on where my dryness is at. I feed Bruce Wayne because he's like, Mom, where's my food? You guys, I'm like so obsessed with the kitchen color. Still need to do a few things with like artwork and shit like that, but overall, just so happy with the couch, the new colors. It's a lot of tan, I get it if that's not you, but you know, I love it. It's for me and Bruce Wayne and Jason. All right, dude, time for you to eat. The mama's gonna make some dinner. Verdict is in on these cauliflower tortilla chips. They're actually really good. I already shared the macros with you guys, I believe, but I'm gonna do a plate of those. I'm gonna top it with I'm gonna shred up some chicken I already had in the fridge that was slow cooked. I'm gonna add some mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna do some mini sweet bell peppers to just chop up on top. And for salsa, we're gonna do some pineapple peach salsa. That I waited to show you guys what the nachos look like after I put them in the microwave. They don't look any different, but here's the final product. Maybe doesn't look anything that special, but I'm very excited. I'm gonna top it with a little garlic sea salt on there. And this may not be the most nutritious, nutrient-dense meal you see me eat, but sometimes when I'm craving something like a little junky-ish, if you know what I'm saying, and I don't want to be a total asshole, I feel like this is a go-to. Like, nachos give me like that crunchy texture chip satisfaction that sometimes I just need, okay? So I'm gonna munch on this and relax for the night now that I'm all showered, ready to chill. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, a little something different from a day in the life, a little background
on my current career. Like I said, if you want more specific information or a video on just like my dietitian career path, be happy to chat about that. Be sure to like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not already, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.